phone. Suburban. This is my top 5 video where I talk about 5 videos from now on. Oh my God. It's the Blues Brothers right in front of me. And I'm not making this up. Right in front of me is a former cop car that was converted back into a civilian car. Looks just like what the Blues Brothers had from 1980s Blues Brother. Starring Belushi and what's his name? Dan Aykroyd. And it's right, I swear to God, it's right there. I wonder if they're from Joliet. And they're going to go on a mission from God. I swear to God, it's the Blues Brothers. I saw this car the other day on the way to work. It just, yeah, pretty cool. I guess they would be around here too. This is far south suburbs. Joliet's far west suburbs. Joliet. What kind of name is that? Anyway, so the latest video that I'm working on, I gotta fine tune it. Okay, gotta fine tune it, folks. And it's about 5 top mistakes you make when you're applying a tourniquet. And I think it's going to come out to be a good video because I'm going to go over the top 5 mistakes that you make when you're putting on a tourniquet. That'll be a good video. I'm not that funny of a guy, I know. I probably just lost all my Jeep. Whoa! Piece of wood sticking out of the tree there. Anyway, I have 1 viewer. Whoever you are, thank you. So I'm here on the intersection of 394, and I don't know what the F this other road's called. And of course, 394 is crowded because it's always crowded. Guess it's Stager. I'm on Stager Road? I don't know. This is where traffic begins to get into Chicago from the south side, far south side. So, have a little sip here of my Mojo. So yeah, it's pretty easy to come up with top 5 lists. And if you have top 10 things, you can make 2 top 5s out of them. Like top 5 plants I'm going to plant in my garden this year, part 1. That makes sense. Top 5, not top 6, not Top Gun. Top 5. Not Carrot Top. Top 5. Speaking of Carrot Top, the way I like to wipe my carrots down after I pull them out of the dirt is I just use the green part and I wipe all the dirt off with it. And of course, I put the green part back into the compost, and the other part, the carrot part, I'll eat. And this year, folks, we're going to blanch the carrots before I freeze dry them. Blanch meaning boil them in hot water for a minute so they can keep their color and consistency. You do that, and it works better when you freeze dry it. And that's true because I had some carrots go white on me. And the funny thing is, I have some carrots that I pulled yesterday that were white, colored carrots. We'll see. We'll see. I like the purple colored carrots, and I like the reddish ones. And of course, I like the colored carrots, the carrot top carrot. The trick to getting carrot seeds is you have to let the carrots sit for a couple of years. Don't pull them, just let them sit, and you get the seeds from that. And I have yet to do that. I'm going to do that one time. I'm going to grow a bunch of carrots in one location, let them sit. And then the next year they'll seed, and I'll get them. Haven't done that this year. Maybe I'll make a video about it. Does anybody else get their own carrot seeds from carrots? Because it's a reproducible plant. And the same thing with the beans. You just grow more beans and you plant them. Now, I like the taste of lima beans, okay? I've always liked them better than corn or peas or green beans or string beans, whatever you want to call them. The thing with string beans, folks, is you can't pick them when they're too big. You have to pick them small. That's the way it goes. The lima beans, on the other hand, you pick them when they're dry off the stalk. If you're just tuning in, I just had to reboot my phone, I guess you call it. I mean, these are more than just telephones. They're not even phones, they're cell phones. I couldn't quite catch up to car. Okay. We play both kinds of music here, country and western. So yeah, I do delete some comments on my YouTube channel when they're not appropriate, because I'm self-moderating it. If something's rude or vulgar, I won't. Yeah. Well, because, yeah, you have freedom of speech, and I have a freedom to not let that speech go on my channel. So it's my channel. Oh, excuse me. Well, the thing is, you can go and make your own channel, and you can let people cuss on there or argue because they disagree with what your opinion is. Which to me that's like the whole basis of having a place to have your opinion, is you can have your opinion. So build up your own channel and have it. If it's so important that you got to cuss about it or degrade somebody to make an opinion, I don't tolerate either. Don't all vehicles make frequent stops? I see this sign. I don't know. That's funny because on the plate it says Biggers. I guess that's a company. I don't know. When you look at it when I look at it from the way I'm driving, I see it and I thought of something else for a moment. A word that shall not be spoken. And what the hell? Anyway, no, it must be a company. Yeah, well, I mean, if I had a big greenhouse that I could grow things all winter long, yeah, of course I would grow stuff. I would have to see how hot the greenhouse got or gets. I'm forgetting proper English, excuse me. to see what can grow. I mean, you could make a greenhouse hot, like subtropical, put some water in there, increase the humidity, and grow some subtropical fruits or vegetables in the greenhouse. It's like a space dome, you know. Outside, it's like 50 below. Inside the greenhouse, it's 80s and humid year round. Yeah, I guess in theory you could do that. And that's why people that live in Florida or places where it's very temperate weather can grow more crops, but have a hard time growing cold weather crops. And when they do have a freeze, I mean, everything goes to hell when they have a freeze. So it's hit or miss wherever you go. So yeah, so having a greenhouse anywhere would be beneficial. But you can't grow like 100 or 1,000 orange trees in a greenhouse. If you don't have the manpower to build something like that. If you did, you would be awfully rich. And those would be some pretty tall buildings, pretty tall greenhouses. I guess that you could do that in outer space too. I don't know how gravity would affect it. I guess you'd have to have it going in a circle to create some artificial gravity. Or find a way to create artificial gravity. I don't know. But I know if you have something going in a circle, that creates gravity. And so things like to grow with gravity. Going down 30 and state. Okay. There's a lot of, yeah, do I feel safe here? No, I don't. But I take a route that I know, and it's industrial area. So there won't be that many shenanigans around here when it's industrial. Because they have their own security, of course. I mean, you don't have tons of oh, look at that, Schneider. It's not the same company, though. No. Anyway, what's the next question? So if I had to do it over again, oh, that's a good question about solar inverters. I have all the parts ready. I just need to buy a case, and I'm going to make a video on making my home 2,000 watt solar inverter I have three 12 volt 100 amp batteries. I have all the pieces. The only part that I want to re-get is I want panels that I can fold up and keep them together in the kit. Because this is just an emergency backup system for like bugging out or something. I actually watched a video this morning about a prepper, Appalachian prepper. And he has a system set up on some type of van or something. And I was watching it just to draw inspiration. But I want to go in a totally different direction. Oh yeah, 7:53. This is Suburban Prepper. Thanks for tuning in. Just doing some questions, some S and Q Suburban Prepper questions here. So I just want to go a little bit differently, and it wouldn't be categorized as a top 5 video because I'm having one system, not top 5. So yeah, that's how I would do it. Wait, no, a 2,000 watt sine wave inverter won't power a home. It'll power the way I want to use it, it's a good question, is to power battery systems. Okay, like if shit hit the fan, I'm taking my battery operated tools and I'm going to use those to build up to my bug out location. And my inverter to help get it going. There's some other devices I'd like to get. They're battery operated while I'm building my system. Now, the biggest issue that I would have would be how to cool the home without air conditioning. And there's ways to do it. Create artificial airflow. You just got to be careful, because if you dig too low, you hit a water bed and you get flooding. You don't want that. Or build in the shade. Build your bug out location, sleeping location in the shade where it's always cooler. If you're bugging out in a forest area, it doesn't have to be completely out in the open. Obviously, your garden does, and your panels have to be out in the open for them to get sun. Plus, it gives you that cover, and it gives you that concealment if you build your bug out location in the woods. Does that make any sense to anybody? That's how I would see it. Well, yeah, obviously the materials would be a log cabin. That's why you prep now for those things that you would use in a bug out. Nails, building nails, and so forth. And that's why you practice with those tools ahead of time. I hate this intersection. I'm on the intersection of Volmer and whatever road this is called. Halstead. I've gotten 3 tickets on that intersection. Anyway, next question. Yeah, I would like to think that I would get a Sky, whatever it's called, the Tesla satellite things for internet, for a bug out location. But I'm not a millionaire. Yeah, it would be nice to have a full battery backup system like that. But lesson learned with my SunPower system. Do you know how to run it? If something goes wrong, how you would wire it? That's why an off-grid system to me is a lot easier. And if you have to get a larger inverter and more panels, well, you know what to do. You get those parts, and if you have to replace them, you have them in storage ahead of time. That's how I would do that. 757. That's the Suburban Prepper. Thanks for tuning in. So if you've ever cut down a tree, you know it's pretty physically intense. All right. Bushcraft by nature is pretty physically intense as it is. I don't know why you think you need to build a gym first. Hauling wood around, cutting wood. I mean, you're going to need an axe. You can't do everything with battery all the time. Well, I'm going to have to sign off. Got my spot. This is Suburban Prepper. I'm prepping out. This is survival. This is resilience. This is Suburban Prepper.